Hey guys! Sorry I haven't posted anything up this week, I've been pretty overwhelmed. But today is another Elder Scrolls Online beta week, so I thought I'd post up my opinion and review of the game for you. So first off, I'd like to say that I really despise MMOs. I don't like WoW, I don't like Lotro, or DDO, or Guild Wars, or Rift. The only one I did like was Wizard 101 because I could pretty much play the game by myself and shun any other player that didn't get along with me or I didn't get along with. I'm not really a multiplayer kind of person unless I'm shooting you in the face, like in the case of Halo. Really love shooting people in the face. Anyway, I don't like MMOs because of the people I experience on them. That said, I am a major fan of the Elder Scrolls series, even though it's gone downhill a lot since Morrowind. So, you get my general mindset when approaching this game. First reactions. The game is pretty, and it feels like Skyrim, but more importantly it feels like it's part of the Elder Scrolls world, which is good. It plays like an Elder Scrolls game, allowing you to free roam and fight tactically rather than just initiating attack command and whoever has the biggest stick and the shiniest armor wins. So far, my favorite class has been the Nightblade, and my favorite weapon is the bow. Why? Because it's a fucking Elder Scrolls game and the bow is OP all the time. If you can use it, do so. But even when I used dual axes, sword and shield, two-handed, the combat worked well and I enjoyed it. I got to a point where I could pretty much avoid taking any damage from any kind of enemy while utilizing a sword and shield by just maneuvering around my enemy and tactically gaining advantage over him. Like you would normally, and I could do this without being a cheap bastard. I'd say something's working right when you can do that. Also, the tactical edge didn't stop with just one player. When a group of players got together, especially of different races, you get access to abilities that don't normally have access to, or that you don't normally have access to, which is nice. Also, if you're doing a quest with a partner, you can logically work out ways of defeating the enemy. For example, I was a Nord Dragon Knight, my friend was a Nord Nightblade, and I could go in and draw everyone's attention and get them running after me, and allow her to just follow behind and casually backstep them and get critical hits from sneaking. I didn't even have to go in there and just be a bullet sponge, and be a tank, as the word is called. All I had to do was run around like an idiot. And, you know, that was fine. I could do that even if I was a Nightblade, or even if I was a mage. I didn't have to be a tank in order to pull off a stunt like that. It didn't matter who you were. It was really nice. One of the major things that has always irked me about how MMOs work is people who sit off on the sidelines wait for you to just about kill an enemy and then shoot it with an arrow, hit it with a magic spell, and finish it off, and do the least amount of work and get all the loot and all the experience. That's shit, and I am so sick of it. It happens all the fucking time on other MMOs that I've played. On ESO, the experience is doled out to everyone, and the game randomly chooses if you get loot or not, just as if you'd killed the enemy by yourself. So, you don't have to worry about such petty shit. The world has a great style to it that feels like Elder Scrolls and feels right. There are unique racial armors that you can supposedly learn, others besides your own, but, well, then we get to the cons of the game. There are a lot of things in ESO that you should be able to do, but can't, or haven't been able to my knowledge. Learning other armor and weapon styles being one of them. Supposedly you learn them from books found in the world, but I haven't come across one at all yet. Secondly, the PvP, to my knowledge, no one's managed to get to the PvP stage of the game, despite the fact that the test before the last one I was on was focused on the PvP. So, why can't we do it? Why can't we get there? Do we need to be like level 20 to kill each other? Because no one I've met can figure it out either. Yeah. Next is the help menu. The help menu does not help you do jack shit. Figuring things out for yourself is pretty hard. The game does throw tutorials at you, but it's usually like novel-sized text pop-ups that no one is going to fucking read. Seriously. If you send us an essay on how to craft a piece of chest plate, we're not gonna fucking read it. Anyway, so the text chat is usually filled with how do I do a thing and where do I find X thing. So, it's pretty shitty when it comes to tutorials. It's trying to explain too much, it needs to simplify it. Also, I'm not savvy with emotes with MMOs. I'm not the kind of person who's just like, oh, this is a standard emote that's in every MMO. I can just type / this. I'm not familiar with that shit. So it'd be really nice to have a list of emotes rather than just typing random fucking words to see if they work. And then we come to an event that, other than actually playing the game, you're going to enjoy the most. The fucking loading screens. These can take anywhere from a few moments to 2.5 motherfucking hours. 2.5! I went and made dinner and came back and sat there at a loading screen for another half hour. Dear God, why is it so long? Seriously. I mean, I know that it's an MMO and everything, and I know that it's a really big world with big servers, and I know it's in beta testing, but why the fuck are the loading screens so fucking long? I've never experienced loading screens like that where I could go off and cook food and come back. And it wasn't ramen, mind you. It was, like, actual food. Anyway, now let's get to my actual, my other experiences here. Now in my playthrough, I did get a chance to play a Nord, and a Khajiit, and an Argonian, and an Orc. If you didn't notice, that's 2 times I played Ebonheart Pact, and only once that I ever played Daggerfall or Aldmeri Dominion. Why is that? Well, the Ebonheart Pact storyline is much more cohesive, and the quest flow is much easier and smoother than the other 2. Now granted, I didn't spend an egregious amount of time playing the Daggerfall Covenant, so I can't give you a full review on it, but so far what I've experienced has been lacking. Now with the Ebonheart Pact, you start out in a main village, and that main village has a crafting hall that contained everything you needed for crafting and trading. You didn't have to search around or wonder if it was in a different town or ask around very much. It was right there. It was easy to find. Then everything else sort of radiated out from the village in a very reasonable flow. You had 3 people to find, each of them sent you on secondary quests that sent you steadily deeper into the island, and then you'd find other quests that were deeper in the island, which would send you steadily deeper, and by the time you found everyone and helped everyone and did everything, you felt you knew the island backwards and forwards, and had discovered every nook and cranny of the whole island. You could do that with only a couple hours of gameplay, and really enjoy your time doing it, and you could appreciate everything it had to offer. With Aldmeri Dominion, I felt like I was just wasting time running from place to place because the story developers didn't have much to write. Besides, it makes sense, doesn't it? The Aldmeri Dominion storyline takes place in Elsewhere at the beginning. We haven't had a game based on Elsewhere, have we? That's interesting that it's not fully fleshed out. Yeah, it is. Honestly, it feels like the developers spent the most time on what they already knew, rather than expanding what hadn't yet been explored territory. The Ebonheart Pact questline is going to take you through Skyrim and Morrowind, respectively. And it feels the strongest so far. It makes sense, but why wouldn't it be nice for Bethesda and ZeniMax to take the time to sit down and nerd out for a little while on what these other places are like? Personally, I'd like to see the home of the Bosmer. Why? Because not only is it a jungle land, but the trees they live on fucking migrate. Wouldn't that be cool? Just see a giant ass tree just fucking uproot and walk off. Because from my understanding, that's what the Bosmer live in all the time. Now, if I go to their homeland and those motherfucking trees don't move, I'm gonna be deeply disappointed. Honestly. But let's get back on track. The grouping system is okay. You can share uncompleted quests with each other so that even if the other person has completed the quest, they're not following you around like a useless slab of meat. They're actually doing the quest again with you, which is kind of nice. However, it's difficult to actually find your group mate. I understand that you're supposed to be able to teleport to them, but I haven't had luck doing so. Also, when you go into certain areas of the world, your group member disappears. And all you have to follow is a floating arrow that looks a lot like a quest marker on your compass, so it can be very misleading. All in all, the game is nice. It's still in beta, mind you, but this has just been my experiences. But now, on to another important question. Is it worth paying $15 a month, or should I say $180 a year? No, it's not. It would be worth paying the $60 and no monthly fee. It would be worth paying $5 a month at the very least, but not $15 a month. And I'm certainly not a fan of the more expensive editions. Being able to play an Imperial and be part of any alliance, that's okay. Being able to play any race and be part of any alliance is lore breaking, and for me, that's a no-no. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Getting to be able to do that just for buying a special edition. You get to do that shit? No way! That's just wrong. Would WoW allow you to play an orc in the Alliance? No, because that would be wrong. And if they do allow it, then why the fuck are there two factions to begin with? That defeats the purpose. So no, I wouldn't buy this game only to pay a monthly fee for it. I feel that the day and age in which that was acceptable has come and gone. I really would like to hope that we as a gaming community have figured out that such a thing shouldn't be tolerated. There are so many free-to-play games out there that you wouldn't get so much, there are so many free-to-play games out there that you can get so much more enjoyment out of than this game. And I personally won't get it after the beta until the pricing is more reasonable. All this game is really multiplayer Skyrim. That's it. All of that aside, with this recent beta invite, I got an extra beta key that one of you can have. Just leave a comment below. I'm thinking first come first serve basis, and maybe you'll get a chance to play with me before the beta is over. And I know it's really short notice, I know it's really short notice, and I meant to do this video offering the beta key a week ago, but shit's been happening. And speaking of said shit, I'm more than likely going to have to move out of my apartment during spring break, because I certainly can't afford to live here anymore. Also, I need to pick up another job, and, you know, I have a lot of projects coming up. Just a warning on all that. That's just, it's school and life, and you guys all know how it is. I'm sure I don't need to lay it out for you. So, I'll try to record some things. I thought I had plenty of backup recordings, but I don't. I've exhausted them all. So, you know, I'll try to get things recorded, but I have some things to get done. And I might possibly see you on ESO. The very little amount I'll probably play it because I have so much to do. So, you know, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found my opinion of this game informative and useful. And I hope you all have a good night. See you around.